Here we have the line y equals 4 over 5x minus 5. And we got to check and make sure it's in y equals mx plus b form first. It looks like it is. So I'm going to go ahead and identify my slope. M, the number in front of the x, which is 4 over 5. And that means my rise over my run. Rise is positive 4, so that's up 4. And my run is positive 5, so that's to the right 5. Then we have our B for beginning, our y-intercept here. So B is negative 5. Keep the sign with it. And that means our starting point is 0, negative 5. So I'm going to begin at negative 5 on the y-axis, 0, negative 5. And then again, our slope is rise up 4, run to the right 5. So I'm going to go up 4 to the right 5. Up 4 to the right 5. Then I'm going to follow the pattern the other way in the opposite direction. So down 4 to the left 5. I'm going to grab my ruler here, make a nice straight line. Oh, there we go. Arrows on both ends, and then make sure you label your line. Y equals 4/5 x minus 5. Alright, next one. We have just 2 more here. Y equals negative 4/3 x plus 4. We're going to check that it's in y equals mx plus b form first. It is. So then I'm going to identify my m, which is negative 4/3. So for this one, you can either do negative 4 over positive 3 or 4 over negative 3. You can do one or the other, but you can't put it on both because a negative divided by a negative would turn our slope positive, but our slope has to be negative. So either put the negative on top or the negative on the bottom. It's really your preference. And then you just can't do negative over negative. So one or the other, so that we keep our 4/3 negative. So if I'm choosing 4 over negative 3, again, it doesn't matter which one, you will get the same line either way. So our rise is positive 4, so that's up 4. And then our run is negative 3, so that's to the left 3. Our B is a positive 4. So that means my y-intercept is 4. So I'm starting at 0, 4 on the y-axis. So then my rise is up 4, run to the left 3. And then I'm going to go follow it the other way. So I'm going to go down 4 to the right 3. And it looks like I can fit one more in. Alright, grab your straight edge, your straight line. arrows on both ends, and then label your line. Y equals negative 4/3 x plus 4. Here we have y equals 5 halves x, so we're trying to put it in y equals mx plus b form first. It looks like we have our mx, but there's nothing added on the end, so I like to fill that in with a plus 0 because it doesn't change the problem. Adding 0 doesn't change any numbers. So my m, the number in front of the x, is our 5 halves. So that is rise over run. Our slope, so our rise is positive 5, so that's up 5. And then our run is positive 2, so that's to the right 2. Then our b is what was added at the end. There was nothing added at the end, so I put a plus 0. So our y-intercept is 0, which is the point 0, 0. So we're starting right at the origin. And then our rise is up 5. Run it to the right 2. Then I'm going to follow it in the other direction, so down 5, left 2. When you have all your points, grab your straight edge. And lastly, label your line. Y equals 5 halves x, and you can add the 0 if you want, but you do not have to. Alright, that is it for our videos. Now you have a couple to try on your own. Then just make sure you hit that submit button.